Welcome back. It is Saturday night, and FlyQuest Red are sadly down 1-0. But we have the chance for the comeback. Inferno.
Yeah, that's right. And, as our resident CSologist, Floofys, I have to ask, I haven't seen FlyQuest Red play Inferno in a very long time. From my recollection, they were always pretty good at this map. But as times change and things like Anubis are no longer in the pool, you don't have that reliance factor of a map that you're almost always guaranteed to win. Do we think Inferno is going to go the way of FlyQuest Red? And do we go to map 3?
So I'll start with the other team because
Okay.
I think that can actually be an okay place to start. And I'll say that room temp IQs have not played Inferno this season. It's been picked against them. They didn't end up playing them. The weird scheduling of the season combined with the short and the best of threes, sometimes you just end up skipping a map. FlyQuest Red, on the other hand, have only banned it so far.
Hmm.
And I kind of brought it up in the pre-show where we saw FlyQuest Red kind of flip back and forth between banning Overpass and banning Inferno. We know Mirage is their comfort zone, but I guess we'll have to see. We're here. We're ready. Let's get right into it. We got the pistol round queued up for you. Take us in.
Yeah, I'm really curious about the fact that we flip-flop Overpass and Inferno a lot. FlyQuest Red, they did ban out Overpass today. We saw them play it on Tuesday. It was still pretty close, but it just didn't go in their way. We'll have to wait and see if FlyQuest has anything new cooked up for today. Maybe they came into advance looking to ban it out every time, and that is an explosion of death. Good lord.
I'm sorry. We looked away for a second because I was looking at some stats and suddenly 6 people are dead and we're on A. Well, that's a great shot out of Vanessa though, but it's a weakened player. Now it's 1 versus 1. Yup, on full HP. Vanessa on 2/3, but she's got bomb within her control. Oh, but the Glock is going to prove to be doing too much damage. And room temp IQs, they take their 3rd pistol of the evening.
Oh, that's right. They're flawless on pistols. And dude, I was watching the screen and they just all fell at once. It was like a mass heart attack happened right on the execute. FlyQuest Red, it's the fact that they've been read into every round that they've had so far, and we did see this back on Dust too. FlyQuest Red's biggest advantage on CT side is having these great reads, and even though they had the read this last round, Room Temp IQ just simply outgunned them. This Yup guy is someone to watch out for. He's been the most consistent player in the lobby this entire series.
Yeah, especially on that A side of Dust 2. That was just a frightening series of events. Now, we've got 5 MAC-10s on the side of Room Temp IQs, so they are fully sure that FlyQuest Red are not going to be forcing into their 2nd round this time around. And they're correct. There's all USPs on the FlyQuest Red side, a little bit of utility, a couple of HEs, but it's not proving to change the tide of battle too terribly much. The really worrying thing from my point of view is instead of $1,500 for 5 rifle kills, that's $3,000 worth of kills.
Yeah, it's definitely not the prettiest position to be in for FlyQuest. The buys are all over the place.
I will say I did grief a little bit in looking at the statistics. FlyQuest Red, they've banned Nuke a few times. They have also achieved victory. They beat Team Overtake, I want to say, and Team K-Storm was the team they beat on it.
On Nuke?
On Inferno.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Well, there
neither team is
FlyQuest.
Yeah, neither team has played this map too much. We'll have to see if we get a comeback this time. Not going for the force buy. I do like out of FlyQuest Red. I don't think it's a requirement to win that 2nd round. This 3rd round, though, is more required, though. Not to reuse the same word, but rifles versus SMGs is one that if you don't win, you catapult your opponent so far.
I know. And the bad thing about last round, too, is that FlyQuest Red didn't take down any of Room Temp IQ at all. They didn't remove any of the economy and hurt it. The snowball of things going from bad to worse. So you're right, this is a very important round. Christian getting the opening pick will be tough, and that's just on the precipice of the execute. Marie tries to hide away in the smokes, but Goose Bleeder again has been able to find an impact. Temper and Yup, the 2 players I've had my eye on the most. been dominating this lobby. Temper loves to just run and gun with that MAC-10. Vanessa does have the FAMAS towards the back end. Goose Breeder has been lit up just a tiny bit. Does find a headshot against 2 Christian. Temper is a snowball away from falling. He eventually does. Melts away. FlyQuest Red, you were right. Very important round to come out with. Yeah. You're trying to quick scope it. I mean, there is a Dipper in a different game that loves to go for quick scopes back in ye olden days. But, I don't think it's the same guy. I'd be surprised if it was. And he does get rid of Yup. That's Temper gone. Those are the big power players from Room Temp IQ down.
I like this round already. 3 versus 2. Room Temp IQ still trudging toward the A-bomb site, which I think is going to be a huge thing. That is not something you'll always see on the T side of Inferno. I think Room Temp IQs were hoping to open up a site. What they got, unfortunately, was a hailfire of utility down Banana to silence them and send them this direction in the first place. Benito is he's panicking. He's looking everywhere. There's just too many angles. Does remove Vanessa, but Marie with the trade to bring FlyQuest Red back to 2-2 and in a great position to harness some of that forward push to take the lead, hopefully.
That's nothing but pistols for Room Temp IQ. I imagine now they'll 5-stack push up Banana. Maybe force out the utility from FlyQuest again. They've been pretty consistent about getting opening picks, regardless of their weaponry at that position.
Well, you wanted a 5-stack Banana. I don't think we're getting that, actually, right off the bat here. Room Temp IQ is sending a little bit of a probe to try and just get information early on. I mean, this is Inferno 101, right? Get that early info and
that's my favorite
then
skin.
Overwhelm. Which one?
The one Emmy has. I think it's Neo Noir.
Ah, that is a good one. Though unfortunately she'll drop it, and well, not Emmy necessarily, as she's managed to recover for 2 of her teammates. But the Tech 9's coming out strong here for Room Temp IQs. They get the bomb down on A, and Emmy here all alone on, again, a third of HP. It's going to be a really tough situation to be in. She has to call in the rotation from Bibiana Goose Breeder, who have been kind of sectioned out of this round. 25 seconds left. There are kits in the round, so that is something that FlyQuest Red have in their back pocket, but that round timer is getting ever shorter. 20 seconds. Benito holding Moto. Oh my goodness, so much damage out of the utility as well, and Goose Breeder and Bibian just unable to hold on. 2 Christian deletes them, and it's a third off of the pistols for Room Temp IQ.
Oh, I've been talking about Yup and Temper so much, but you combine their kills together, they're only 1 ahead from 2 Christian. Homie's been on electric so far on Inferno. Really expecting to see more prowess coming out from FlyQuest Red. Emmy had such a great double kill, and that was the only kills given into the round.
Oh,
from the CT
Swag
side.
7.
I'm sorry?
Swag 7.
Oh.
Emmy's got the Swag 7. She's playing at half wall.
Oh.
Smokes, though. Or no, she's not playing at half wall. She's playing in apartments. I was looking at the wrong player entirely. Unfortunately, FlyQuest Red, they do get overwhelmed on Banana. And this Swag 7 that I was so excited to see is in the complete wrong position for any sort of an impact. She's not even going to have much opportunity to go for a retake, partially because she's dead, but also because, again, room temp IQs, they bowl over that B-bomb site, and there's just no chance for a retake. It's Inferno. You got to save.
Yeah, calls made the save. Don't know if we're going to see a timeout come into this round. I think the scoreline's way too close for that. Fact of the matter, FlyQuest won. If we look back at Dust 2, their CT rounds here at least are more consistent throughout. Temp IQ was getting so many T-sided rounds that were either flawless or one body gone, and up until that timeout, FlyQuest Red looked lost. This here, at the very least, there is a fight happening. Temp IQ escaped this round with only one player alive.
Oof, that was...
Oh, okay.
That nade had to have landed close.
Big deletion.
So, okay. All right. Things are dark right now. I'll say there's a silver lining. That whoever wins this has to face Fisher College tomorrow. Fisher College, I remind you, undefeated, season 55. So going into these playoffs, they are going to be the team to beat. They are going to be the team to watch. It's going to be quite scary for anyone that should try to fight them. So not having to face them immediately is nice.
I won't put it in the air, but, I could see a reality where maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing to lose here, so you don't face them immediately if you're FlyQuest Red. But I didn't say that. That was the smoke grenade talking. Smoke grenade, stop saying such treasonous things.
Yeah, the smoke grenade said it, and not the 3 bodies dropping. Yeah,
the ghost
Breeder able to tap away and at least remove the head of Temper. She's not going to be able to hold on to that gun. Clemmy also holding banana, so Bibian just waiting to see if there's something to be scavenged before this bomb explodes, and we head to round number, I can count, 8.
8. It's always so hard to count the rounds up there. Because I'm like, okay,
all right, you have to do that plus that, and then add 1. But also remember that we're about to go to the next round, so add 2.
Oh, I didn't even think of the add 2. It's always like, okay, that's like you said, the +1 is always the most confusing part. Because I always second guess myself. I'm like, wait, 2 + 5 is 7, I think.
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't passed a math class since I was in middle school, dude. That's not my forte.
I used to be pretty good at math. I actually won a math competition when I was in college. That was a long time ago.
You won ESEA Advanced Math Playoffs.
Well, so it's like if you used math it was like math trivia almost. So it was like,
what?
Figure out how to solve this question. It was figure out how to solve this question based on things that you've like maybe heard or learned. I don't know. It was weird, but it was a lot of fun.
See, you're saying that, I'm thinking like, who discovered math? Like that kind of trivia.
No. It was more like, do you know this random formula? We're going to give you a word. Oh my gosh. They're kissing in smoke. Benito, the one to come out ahead. Ooh, Emmy spots a player up toward mid, but unfortunately, Clemmy ready for the push. Emmy just mowed down. Recovery out of Marie, but she's all alone and surrounded and scared, and room temp IQs continuing to just capture round after round.
I do like the change-ups that we see from FlyQuest Red, but it's the same exact conclusion each time. Room temp IQ are just getting better angles and winning opening fights. Once FlyQuest Red starts things off 4v5, it's just impossible to recover.
Yeah, especially on... So Inferno is a map where things can trend momentum-sided, right? It's not going to be T-sided or CT-sided anymore. It's whoever really gets started spinning rounds into their favor first. Sometimes you can go flipping back and forth where it's like, all right, CTs win 1, all right, Ts win 1. You have so many tight angles. I mean, that Zeus, if that had hit, would have been pretty hype, but... It's a map where, all right, now look at the money that room temp IQs get. This means that they can afford more utility. This means they can afford better weapons, which some maps is like, of course you can win more rounds when you've got better utility and you've got better weapons, but Inferno almost exacerbates it. It's like a snowball.
I mean, even if FlyQuest Red take this round away, it's going to be hard for room temp IQs to even go back to an eco round. They are set for life on this half. Okay.
Oh, double off setup.
I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe it's a crossfire? No, it's not. The other op is set up on A site. Okay, Goose Beater could be good for one. Dry swing comes through. That's been huge. First time in, I want to say, the entirety of this game, we've seen an opening pick go in FlyQuest way.
Yeah, it's been a lot of room temp IQs coming out ahead, and already they've managed to swing this one back with just a couple of kills over on A. All right, we avoid the B bomb site entirely. We overwhelm Emmy. Marie caught in apartments, and Bibiana and Goose Breeder, though they got that opening, they're forced to save.
That's so unlucky, too. At least one AWP will be saved. The other was lost. Not picked up, at least, from room temp IQ. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to eventually. Yeah, and this is one of the hard maps to figure out exactly what's happening, right? You had a very solid start from FlyQuest Red. Room temp IQs immediately call for a pivot and go to the opposite site. They get the bomb down. They break open the CT defense. They get the plant down, and they have no resistance for the retake. If I'm FlyQuest Red, I have to GG go next until my T side. This is not working for CT.
Well, again, it is momentum sided, so I don't think the fact that there's only 2 rounds left in the half, if you can win these, great. If not, I think 10 rounds is honestly reasonable when you can get started. It does mean that as they go over to that T side, those mistakes are going to be unforgivable, right? You're going to lose 1 round, and suddenly you're on the precipice. And when you have to have in the back of your head that your opponent won map 1, this is a really scary position to be in. So, I'm not saying it's unwinnable, but again, with everything stacked against them, FlyQuest Red have a mountain to climb.
They really do. Early utility comes out. Usually been a great chance for room temp to dial back and cut noise. Keep their utility afloat. Gotta make sure Vanessa, too, stays alive. She has so much utility here for a potential retake. If she falls, it's just going to be dry swings after dry swings and facing against room temp IQ's own way of controlling the space. Goose Breeder's playing up aggressive. He'll be the one to help make the call in case something goes awry. Flashes around, fires abound, Goose Breeder falls. Nowhere to be seen. It's going to be Bibihan by herself on site. No one has been able to find FlyQuest Red just yet, but around the corner, that's 1. Catch them, that's 2. Yup is there to shut it down. 3 rotates just in time. A 3rd falls. I like this from FlyQuest Red. They're dialing everything back, and they're playing for the swings from room temp IQ. Make sure they don't get the drop on these players, and Emmy's there for the forward shot. She can give the call as well in case someone tries to aggress over towards Marie. Smoke comes down. Bomb in the meantime. Stone statue from the waterfall blocks the position. Emmy does have that utility. Vanessa has exploded all of hers, and it didn't do a lot. At least now there's the rotate to bring things back in. That's an early pick, though. Temper for the trade. 2 Christian falls. That's the raid boss gone. And now it's holding things down to make sure you can get it. That's going to be a 3rd round for FlyQuest Red. Could they be back in this, Floofys?
8-4 is honestly you could be very happy with that. You could be at least moderately happy with 9-3. I think the fact that they're not on 10-2 is something to be celebrated, right? Because you're going into the second half now where all right, we picked this map. We can play the T side. Can you play the T side? I hope so. But again, that round, it was kind of a demonstration of why the T side can be really good on the new Inferno. And I say new, CS2 has been out for over 2 years at this point, so it still feels new, but it still feels new to me. With the Skybox, though, we're still discovering new utility. We're still discovering new spams. We're about to discover Vanessa on this bomb site as Christian just flattens. It's going to be up to Emmy to try and prevent this, but Christian's just too darn good. Will overwhelm her. Marie trade back, but bomb site kind of belonging to Christian at the moment. Not even getting
This isn't
curious.
fair. Do Christian now, because Halloween's over, gets the plus of the holiday season. Oh, never mind. Baby Jesus down. Baby Jesus down. You left alive. The holidays are officially canceled.
If I knew more about the actual mythology of Christmas, I would make a joke here. But all I know
the Jesus
is
lore?
there's like a Virgin Mary and she has a kid. And then, wait, no, that's Easter. Shit. I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm talking
like
about.
An Easter bunny. Like Donnie Darko.
No, it's 3 wise men. There's 3 wise men, and they are all giving presents for some reason.
Do they all have room temp IQs?
I think I'm really hoping none of them had ops. That would be really weird in ancient Bethlehem, I want to say. Temper,
Sure,
though,
I'll take your word for it.
gonna put that AWP to use, and room temp IQs go up 9-3. I don't. Look, we're losing the plot.
That's okay.
It's Saturday.
It's Saturday. Our bellies are full of tortas. We're talking about the holiday season and baby Jesus taking over FlyQuest Red. Yeah, we're just here to vibe.
We are sure vibing. Inferno's a good vibes map. You got some good music. There's the wine cellar if you're really looking for some vibes.
Oh, yeah. I already robbed it before this map started.
Whoa, you changed the map? How did you do that?
Well, I broke in. The lock was open. Stole one of the AKs. Used the Zeus on it. Zeus Speeder has an opening pick, though. That's Climby gone. But again, you're in a position where you're flashed out completely, and it's a mow down from room temp IQs.
I'm going to say room temp IQs are feeling very confident. Look at where they are. Look at.
Well,
the smoke is thrown to block off T mid. You are blocking off the fact that the CTs have pushed all the way down. Now you're blocking off CT. So FlyQuest Red are going to be able to put this bomb down. But, like, that is room temp IQs just going, no, I don't care that you are a paid team. I don't care how good you're supposed to be. I don't care that you're at LAN. We're going to push down and end this right now. And I mean, they do get punished for it. Down to this 3 versus 3. Benito and Cave. Oh, or in Temple. I'm sorry. No, it's Church. We're all Christian right now.
Of course.
Zeus Breeder in the 1 versus 1. She started this one off with a pick, and she's going to finish it too.
Wow, great start there from FlyQuest Red. Absolutely needed. To go back to what you were mentioning with that smoke in mid, I thought that was really good conditioning from room temp IQ. The fact that they threw down the smoke, knew for a fact FlyQuest would take the opportunity to rotate to the opposite site, already started getting over towards Fountain. The second that smoke went down, had that right read, but couldn't win the 2 1v1s. Really goes to show that room temp IQs have a solid macro. The comms are sound. And FlyQuest Red, though, they had that better synergy that they've built up over these years.
Yeah, and I think that that's where this T side really needs to go for them. Is we saw some good pushes out of room temp IQs. So now we need to see FlyQuest Red really replicate that performance, but not only just replicate, but outdo it. And while we haven't gotten to see it much on Inferno this season, we've gotten to see on other maps FlyQuest Red go on some very powerful streaks. You know, 8-0 starts, 9-0 starts. So I don't think it's out of the question that we end up on a map number 3. It's going to be a journey.
Oh, yeah. But I'm happy to be on this journey with you.
Well,
wow,
you know,
silence is deafening.
I was trying to think of the song lyrics. We're on a midnight train going anywhere, all right? Is that what you wanted?
Sure.
All right,
Not
cool.
midnight for me.
It's not midnight for me either. You know what? The clock's getting real low for room temp IQs on this round. Vanessa guillotines through 2. Benito trying to answer back with the deagle, but not going to connect with enough power to secure a kill. So FlyQuest Red gifted over this A-bomb site. Marie going to get the bomb. That's a little close. I don't know if she got that all the way to the wall, so that changes where the rest of her teammates are going to be able to hold from. But at the same time, I don't think room temp IQs are going to go for this. They didn't force into it, so it's not too much of a loss if they went for it. But I don't know. I'm kind of like back and forth on whether they should go for it or not. But the 5-7 unable to win out versus the MAC 10. EB on spots Benito and his Deagle as well. So another $600 hits our bank account.
Oh, for sure we've seen Room Temp IQs play for exits, but got a little too antsy. Oh.
Again, if we look at the first round of that CT side, I think Room Temp IQs are feeling pretty confident with their rounds right now. So it kind of makes sense that rather than even going for exits, they're just going to go play ego plays for the first couple of rounds. And then now, once 2 Christian reconnects or resurrects, we'll get to see what they actually want to go for.
It's going to take 3 nights. Oh.
That is a long respawn time.
It's a miracle.
Jesus needed a better server. His respawn time was way too long.
Bro was lagging.
Could you imagine? People are putting screws in like, ow, lag. Ah, this controller sucks. Like, Jesus, what are you talking about? Like, someone call the admin. I'm getting TK'd.
Raph!
What's an admin? What are you talking about? This is why we're doing this.
He's speaking in tongues.
All right, speaking of tongues, here's 2 Christian in the cubby in apartments. Oh, a little bit of damage either way, but able to back away all the same.
Battle for Banana. Long, hard, and fun. Vanessa, a snipe against Yup, a great way to open things. And it's going to promote the rotate. Look at this charge out. All of apartments is under Room Temp IQ control. Christian is a shot away from falling, but still gets the trade on Vanessa.
I was about to be like, oh yeah, all of apartments is room temperature. That makes sense. Bibian able to get the trade. That puts FlyQuest Red back in the player advantage. I do really like where Maria's standing, right? She's waiting for the rotation down Banana, and she's rewarded for her time. Clemmy shredded. Oh, it's an opportunity. I mean, there's plenty of time left. Marie forming the tip of the spear, going to make FlyQuest Red a nice home on this B-bomb site.
Oh, Christian disconnected again. Unlucky.
I missed the part where Jesus died a second time, but I don't know.
I think we're a little too ahead of the lore now. We haven't gotten to that book yet. Everyone knows the Bible was written by George R.R. Martin.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
No wonder why we have to wait 2,000 years.
That is some serious lag. That's like you're not measuring it in milliseconds anymore. Don't you look at that chicken. Look away from the chicken. Do not knife the chicken.
I'm so hungry right now. All I can think about is eating that chicken.
No, look how cute it is.
I know it's cute. It's cute and delicious.
No, just cute. Do not knife the chicken.
And delicious.
Don't do it.
Pretty delicious.
We're going to watch until this unpause happens and then see if she does it, aren't we?
Okay. I believe. That's delicious. Oh, it's Emmy? Emmy's for sure going to stab the chicken.
Yeah, she is. She looked away.
Oh, maybe she's going to feed the alcohol to the chicken.
That sounds adorable. Drunk chicken.
Like a glaze, right?
No.
No? Not like
Chickens,
a wine glaze?
Chickens have livers. They can handle alcohol, right? No one correct me.
Yeah.
Now I have the image of a chicken just drunkenly walking around.
It's like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
I don't even know what the
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah. Oh, that makes a lot of sense for it to be Foghorn Leghorn.
Should we cast the full round as Foghorn Leghorn?
I couldn't.
I don't think I can.
Oh, those are some good nades though out of FlyQuest Red. Clemmy and 2 Christian punished. But look at this. Okay, just a quick look over the mini map. They're still holding court over top of Banana. So 3 players up there. FlyQuest Red making the right choice to head on in towards A. Bibian, though, severely weakened. Temper sidelines 1 and a second. Yup, looking for the kill as well and gonna find it. 2 versus 4 now. And this AWP still fragging. They cannot stop Temper. Vanessa finally runs him down, but Benito already rotated on in. And Room Temp IQ is going to make themselves a nice double-digit scoreline.
Temper 17 and 13 now the top of the server. Thought for sure maybe we would see the 3-stack over top Banana rotate for a flank, but after it was apparent that Temper could hold the site by himself, call was made to rotate away back over to Temper's side. FlyQuest Red, I thought they had great malleability in the beginning of that round with their utility. The flashes down towards Banana, like you mentioned, the punish with the early nade helped out a lot to push people back. But once again, Room Temp IQ, they're relying a lot on these hero plays to keep things going. Frag grenades out, that takes a lot off of Temper, who's repositioned aggressively towards Banana. Find Me this time is waiting with the nade. Can't overswing though, Molly's in the way. Flash is available from the hands of Emmy. Blind firing from Marine, the rest of FlyQuest is looking for a single headshot to open things up. But instead though, it's gonna be a reposition back over towards A site. Yup and Christian are set up and ready with their rifles to be more aggressive than they were in the previous rounds. Temper's already begun to rotate too. He's going to be the one to help open things up as Room Temperature IQ have re-cleared apartments and realized that FlyQuest Red are slow to the draw.
This rotation is coming in extremely late. FlyQuest Red have been really held back in both directions and now making the choice to head on over toward Banana. They're going to at least avoid that AWP on their attempt at this site. The smoke, see if that keeps them occupied. It does look like they want to head on in through it. Our initial shots going wide. The spray missing everything. So we might have a 5 versus 5 retake on our hands as FlyQuest Red punch the numbers in. Temper the first one to drop to Goose Breeder. Not a lot of space for FlyQuest Red, though. They haven't really started moving out of the site. Goose Breeder going to be the first one getting curious over toward Banana as Room Temp IQs start to encroach from CT. First player on in going to be coming in from Coffins as BBon is able to spray down Christian through the smoke. This bomb timer getting real low. 3 versus 4. Does look like Room Temp IQs are going to search for the save. FlyQuest Red should take a 7th. Might put them in the right spot, although Benito going to deny Goose Breeder's weapon, and yup, waiting down Banana. Oh dear.
Yeah.
That is a lot of weaponry to lose.
That is a lot to lose. At least the AWP was saved, and there's still money in the bank for FlyQuest Red, but if this next round does not go the way of FlyQuest, they're certainly going to be hurting for not winning those exit duels.
Well, and that's the thing I was kind of bringing up about Inferno before, is it can get really, really streaky. It can get really snowbally, where if you are forced to save, you're also not taking away weapons. And if you're not taking away weapons, then even when you finally win a round decisively, the other team still has enough to rebuy in. So you're kind of just... on whatever team is losing, you can enter a situation where 1 at a time is the most you can do unless you really come out with something interesting. And, well, yep, caught doing something interesting. First one down, 4 versus 5 now for Room Temp IQs.
Huge opener there. Yup has been one of the scariest riflers I've seen in a minute. Emmy taking down Christian too. He's been a monster on the T side. Slow down a lot now going CT. Last raid boss has to be Temper. Benito and Klein have been great for their supportive path, using all their utility. But really, as long as Temper stays alive, there's a very real chance Room Temp IQ could sneak out this round.
Yeah, with those smokes in the way and the fact that the timer has gotten down so low, this 5 versus 3 feels real iffy. And oh my goodness, Emmy pointed toward the bottom Banana. Oh my goodness! She has to avoid her teammate, very nearly costing FlyQuest Red a lot of bodies in Banana, but now A site undefended. They charge back in. So this one should be a FlyQuest round. They are still gonna not skip any steps, clear out the entire site as they get that bomb down, but with Benito and Temper still alive, a couple of savers for the next round.
Room Temp IQ losing that confidence we saw at the beginning. Conditioned last 2 rounds in a row to go for saves. That's exactly what you want if you're FlyQuest. And all the utility FlyQuest had prepared for this anti-retake doesn't need to be used to carry over. Really goes to show that FlyQuest utilizing this utility much more in the early rounds has had a snowball effect of taking these very overly aggressive peaks that players like Yup have been trying to take on.
Again, it feels like Room Temp IQ, they started this game off with a 9-3 on their T side. So I think that with that dominant score, plus the fact that they're up a map, there's a lot of ego peaking. And uh, while I would wonder, again, at the end of the day, how much FlyQuest Red have already played today, it does feel like they're starting to settle in. Their aim is starting to warm up to where it needs to be in this best of 3. And so, hey, we could still see a map number 3 yet. Again, 9-3 is terrible, but it's not unwinnable.
That's right, and the fact that FlyQuest Red are 2 rounds away from tying it up is a lot better of a mention that we had seen even back on Dust 2. Christian does get the opening pick, though, and that's going to be him with a triple. Luckily, though, a nade does take down Temper, but there's someone else you have to worry about. It's 2 Christian. No space given for FlyQuest Red at all. They've been locked out of the round as soon as it starts. Exec towards A side Floofys was just completely nullified.
I saw that P250 popping, and I'm like, is that getting the kills? But you look up at the kill feed, it's like, no, okay, it's 2 Christians, M4 doing all the work. And speaking of work, leaves Emmy in a 1 versus 4. So with a solid minute left on the round, there's not really anywhere to go. Saving for an entire minute is also, there's no good options now.
No. With 11 rounds now and Room Temp IQ right on the verge of winning this series 2-0. FlyQuest Red need to use this minute to chill out and figure out as a team, okay, we are dominating early round picks. That has been the consistent factor of our wins this entire series. We got shut down completely on a small strat executing A site. We're going to have to just keep playing calm and hope that we see over-aggressive plays again. But the reason why I think that's going to be a struggle is look at Yup's position now. It's not the early round, but the fact that he's been put on like this leash so far back, practically in CT spawn, goes to show that if he doesn't overextend and be the victim of that opening pick, we're probably going to see a much safer Room Temp IQ early start. And they can play into the positioning of FlyQuest Red being overexerted. They can start winning those opening picks and snowball the victory again.
Well, that is the danger of having such a huge advantage on one side, is Room Temp IQs, they go for the early closeout, trying to get really aggressive, trying to get almost disrespectful, and now they can change the style up. They've still got a 3-round advantage with that round. And so this is almost last buy that FlyQuest Red are going to be able to bring. So as Room Temp IQ have gone, all right, we're going to play it a little bit more controlled, a little bit more safe. They've changed up the style, so FlyQuest Red haven't gotten those early kills. Now things start to really fall into position.
Explosions, utility dump, banana side.
Utility dump, and we see, all right, FlyQuest top banana and Room Temp IQs holding those usual spots of CT and first oranges.
Yeah.
Trying to take the
Vanessa.
oh,
hello.
Oh no. Hey, look, it's T-Spawn.
Oh, look at that floor. Oh, that is some nice craftsmanship.
I want to see the bells. Someone play Baby Shark.
Baby Shark. Baby Shark.
I'm so amused that with the 5 bells, you could actually play some real songs. And oh dear, we come back to a desperate situation. Emmy alone once again. 1 versus 3, 50 seconds. Benito stalking in, but not needed as Temper takes her head off. AWP to close out the round, and looks like Room Temp IQ's content to go with a double off setup with 4 rounds in the lead and on map and series point.
Yeah, it's really unlucky that we didn't get to see what happened. Vanessa had to open up the round from apartment side on her lurk. Either that she gives the call about the audio of players rotating off A site, or she gets an opening pick, and with lesser bodies would then hopefully convince FlyQuest Red to execute off of B side from there. We didn't get to see either one of those, unfortunately. Seems like everyone lost their duels. What looks like maybe a timeout, question mark? could be the last hurrah. Okay, we just got confirmation this is a timeout. Could very well be the last hurrah for FlyQuest Red in this series. But like you mentioned, though, even if they lose this map and lose the series, FlyQuest Red won't be out of advanced playoffs.
Yeah, it's nice that it is double elimination. And again, the thing that they're playing for is placement into an open LAN, if I want to say. So it's like you play through 8 best of threes to play through a double elimination bracket to play through another LAN to make it. It's a lot of Counter-Strike. So again, obviously you want to make it, but if you don't make it, it's tough to feel like, oh man, you know, either way. You hope to see FlyQuest Red bring it back to overtime, but if not, then hey, there's lower bracket, and if lower bracket doesn't work out, then well, you got a lot of reps in through the advanced circuit.
We've seen the same exact play before. However, this time, early incendiary nade's going to prevent Temper from taking a forward aggressive angle. Speeder found a hole in the defenses now of this CT side of A. Temper does get the opening pick, though. Emmy's gone. BB Han for the trade means no more AWP for the side of Room Temp. It's going to be Marie for another one. 3 left alive now for Room Temp IQ. Body disadvantage, but look at the damage done to FlyQuest Red. Only BB Han, the AWP holder, has full HP. Everybody else is a single shot away from the inevitable. Their demise, make that one. Goose Speeder's gone. BB Han no longer flawless HP. Meltdown from Marie. Benito, we say goodbye. FlyQuest Red prove after this timeout that they're still in this match.
And that's one round that you're gonna go back and look at and be like, oh, we had no nades left, and that was their HP remaining. Because Room Temp IQ, they went into that round, they did the usual thing the CT side does and said, throw the kitchen sink. And at the end of the round, it's like, oh man, they're so weak. It's to the point where those M4s and those MP9s are still feasting, but still, you want to get a nade kill. It's fun.
More round for Room Temp IQ, though. Beginning, once again, FlyQuest Red. Goose Speeder found that lurking hole in the wall against Room Temp's A-site hold. This time, bananas will be the priority. Haven't seen a clean push in a while from FlyQuest here. They've always waited out the utility, played for the roam inside apartments, then see whether or not they want to rotate. This time, Util Dump is down. Yup, catches Vanessa on the lurk. Full apartment control in the hands of Room Temp. BB Han's there for the trade.
Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. Now BB knows that they could be peeking out apartments. They could be peeking out toward mid. Marie is holding this, so there's at least something in their way, but there's just that one little hole toward alt mid costs so much mentality. Here's Temper. As you push up through mid, there's the op here as well. It's Inferno. There's a bajillion angles, and Room Temp IQ are putting each and every one of them to use as they mow down FlyQuest Red. They look to bring themselves to that next upper bracket match of advanced playoffs. And it's just Emmy alone in the 1 versus 3 to try and find something. She gets one, but Climmy here to avenge their teammates. 13-9. Room Temp IQ will take it 2-0 and head to the next upper bracket match versus Fisher College.
That's right, FlyQuest, unfortunate for them. They just weren't able to squeak out those final few rounds needed to bring things to map 3. Overall, though, a very long day, a very successful one back over at DreamHack. I love seeing all of FlyQuest Red play. Unfortunately, though, it's going to have to be an end mark for today for them, not being able to make it through the upper bracket of ESEA Advanced. Hopefully, we get to see them make a big lower bracket run, and we'll be sure to help cover it when it comes up.
Well, again, the nice thing for FlyQuest Red is now they have tomorrow off, so travel going to be a little bit, hopefully, very easy travel, no delays, and also just no worrying about if you're even late, right? You don't have to worry. It's so again, hopefully we regain on Monday, and we'll be covering it, like you said.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know where to find us. Same FlyQuest time, same FlyQuest channel. You have your good old Fly Batman, Fly Robin here. Hopefully, maybe next time, wearing FlyQuest merch. This is not FlyQuest merch, and that's why maybe we were the unlucky, not rabbit's feet, an unlucky symbol for FlyQuest. We apologize. It's all on us. Don't blame the players. Blame us.
Don't pay attention to all the merch behind me. I also don't have FlyQuest merch, so maybe that's something I should fix. But shipping is probably not going to arrive before Monday. So, yeah, anyway, we should probably sign it off. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the cast, and we'll see you next time here for FlyQuest Red.
Bye bye.